The Hero with a Thousand Faces is a seminal work of comparative mythology by Joseph Campbell. In this book, Campbell discusses his theory of the journey of the archetypal hero found in world mythologies. Since publication of The Hero with a Thousand Faces, Campbell's theory has been consciously applied by a wide variety of modern writers and artists. The best known is perhaps George Lucas, who has acknowledged Campbell's influence on the Star Wars films. The Joseph Campbell Foundation and New World Library issued a new edition of The Hero with a Thousand Faces in July 2008 as part of the collected works of Joseph Campbell series of books, audio and video recordings. In 2011, Time placed the book in its list of the 100 best and most influential books written in English since the magazine was founded in 1923. Summary: Campbell explores the theory that important myths from around the world which have survived for thousands of years all share a fundamental structure, which Campbell called the Monomyth. In a well-known quote from the introduction to The Hero with a Thousand Faces, Campbell summarized the Monomyth. A hero ventures forth from the world of common day into a region of supernatural wonder, fabulous forces are there encountered and a decisive victory is won. The hero comes back from this mysterious adventure with the power to bestow boons on his fellow man. In laying out the Monomyth, Campbell describes a number of stages or steps along this journey. The hero starts in the ordinary world, and receives a call to enter an unusual world of strange powers and events. If the hero accepts the call to enter this strange world, the hero must face tasks and trials, and may have to face these trials alone, or may have assistance. At its most intense, the hero must survive a severe challenge, often with help earned along the journey. If the hero survives, the hero may achieve a great gift, which often results in the discovery of important self-knowledge. The hero must then decide whether to return with this boon, often facing challenges on the return journey. If the hero is successful in returning, the boon or gift may be used to improve the world. Very few myths contain all of these stages. Some myths contain many of the stages, while others contain only a few. Some myths may have as a focus only one of the stages, while other myths may deal with the stages in a somewhat different order. These stages may be organized in a number of ways, including division into 3 sections: departure, initiation and return. Departure deals with the hero venturing forth on the quest, initiation deals with the hero's various adventures along the way, and return deals with the hero's return home with knowledge and powers acquired on the journey. The classic examples of the Monomyth relied upon by Campbell and other scholars include the stories of Osiris, Prometheus, the Buddha, Moses, and Jesus, although Campbell cites many other classic myths from many cultures which rely upon this basic structure. The alleged similarities between these shared hero legends is one of the basic arguments of the Christ myth theory. While Campbell offers a discussion of the hero's journey by using the Freudian concepts popular in the 1940s and 1950s, the monomythic structure is not tied to these concepts. Similarly, Campbell uses a mixture of Jungian archetypes, unconscious forces, and Arnold van Gennep structuring of rites of passage rituals to provide some illumination. However, this pattern of the hero's journey influences artists and intellectuals worldwide, suggesting a basic usefulness for Campbell's insights not tied to academic categories and mid-20th century forms of analysis. Background: Campbell used the work of early 20th century theorists to develop his model of the hero, including Freud, Carl Jung, and Arnold van Gennep. Campbell also looked to the work of ethnographers James Frazer and Franz Boas and psychologist Otto Rank. Campbell called this journey of the hero the Monomyth. Campbell was a noted scholar of James Joyce, and Campbell borrowed the term monomyth from Joyce's Finnegan's Wake. In addition, Joyce's Ulysses was also highly influential in the structuring of The Hero with a Thousand Faces. Publishing history. The book was originally published by the Bollingen Foundation through Pantheon Press as the 17th title in the Bollingen series. This series was taken over by Princeton University Press, who published The Hero through 2006. Originally issued in 1949 and revised by Campbell in 1968, The Hero with a Thousand Faces has been reprinted a number of times. Reprints issued after the release of Star Wars in 1977 used the image of Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker on the cover. Princeton University Press issued a commemorative printing of the second edition in 2004 on the occasion of the joint centennial of Campbell's birth and the press's founding, with an added foreword by Clarissa Pinkola St. Copyright S. A third edition, compiled by the Joseph Campbell Foundation and published by New World Library, was released as the 12th title in the Collected Works of Joseph Campbell series in July 2008. The Hero with 1,000 Faces has been translated into over 20 languages, including Spanish, Portuguese, French, German, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, Turkish, Dutch, Greek, Danish, Norwegian, Persian, Polish, Czech, Croatian, Serbian, Slovenian, Russian, Hungarian, Bulgarian and Hebrew, and has sold well over 1 million copies worldwide. The Hero's Journey in Women. One of the questions that has been raised about the way that Campbell laid out the monomyth of the hero's journey in Hero with 1,000 Faces was that it focused on the masculine journey. Although this was not altogether true, the Princess of the Grimm's The Frog Prince tale and the saga of the hero goddess Inanna's descent into the underworld feature prominently in Campbell's Shema. It was, nonetheless, a question that has been raised about the book since its publication. Late in his life, Campbell had this to say. Artists influenced by the work. In Pathways to Bliss, Mythology and Personal Transformation, a book drawn from Campbell's late lectures and workshops, he says about artists and the monomyth, the Hero with 1,000 Faces has influenced a number of artists, musicians, poets, and filmmakers, including Bob Dylan, Jim Morrison, and George Lucas. Mickey Hart, Bob Weir, and Jerry Garcia of the Grateful Dead had long noted Campbell's influence and agreed to participate in a seminar with him in 1986, entitled From Ritual to Rapture. Stanley Kubrick introduced Arthur C. Clarke to the book during the writing of 2001, A Space Odyssey. George Lucas' deliberate use of Campbell's theory of the monomyth in the making of the Star Wars movies is well documented. On the DVD release of the famous colloquy between Campbell and Bill Moyers, filmed at Lucas Skywalker Ranch and broadcast in 1988 on PBS as The Power of Myth, Campbell and Moyers discussed Lucas's use of the Hero with 1,000 Faces in making his films. Lucas himself discussed how Campbell's work affected his approach to storytelling and filmmaking. Dan Harmon, the creator of the TV show Community, has stated that he has used the monomyth as inspiration for his work. Christopher Vogler, a Hollywood film producer and writer, wrote a memo for Disney Studios on the use of the Hero with 1,000 Faces as a guide for script writers. This memo influenced the creation of such films as Aladdin, The Lion King, and Beauty and the Beast. Vogler later expanded the memo and published it as the book The Writer's Journey, Mythic Structure for Writers, which became the inspiration for a number of successful Hollywood films and is believed to have been used in the development of the Matrix series. Novelist Richard Adams acknowledges a debt to Campbell's work, and specifically to the concept of the monomyth. In his best-known work, Watership Down, Adams uses extracts from the Hero with 1,000 Faces as chapter epigrams. Author Neil Gaiman, whose work is frequently seen as exemplifying the monomyth structure, says that he started the Hero with 1,000 Faces but refused to finish it. I think I got about halfway through the Hero with 1,000 Faces and found myself thinking, if this is true, I don't want to know. I really would rather not know this stuff. Unregistered trademark. Rather do it because it's true and because I accidentally wind up creating something that falls into this pattern than be told what the pattern is. Many scholars and reviewers have noted how closely J.K. Rowling's popular Harry Potter books hewed to the monomyth schema. To date, however, Rowling has neither confirmed that she used Campbell's work as an inspiration, nor denied that she ever read The Hero with 1,000 Faces. The sixth and final season of Lost also recognizes Campbell's theories on the hero. During one of the bonus features, they discuss the journey of the main characters and how each is a hero in their own way. Before each little segment of this particular feature, they quote Campbell and then expound on that particular quote by discussing the various characters. Singer Janelle Monáe, in the liner notes of her 2010 album, The Archandroid, cites Hero as one of her inspirations for the track 57821. Mark Rosewater, head designer of the Magic: The Gathering trading card game, cites the hero's journey as a major inspiration for the Weatherlight Saga, an epic story arc that went from 1997 to 2001, and spanned multiple card sets, comic books, and novels. Genova Chen, lead designer at That Game Company, also cites the hero's journey as the primary inspiration for the game Journey for PlayStation 3. See also: Bill Dungerman, Otter Rank, Save the Cat. The Last Book on Screenwriting You'll Ever Need, The Golden Bough, The Iron Dream, The 7 Basic Plots. Footnotes. References: Campbell, Joseph. The Hero's Journey, Joseph Campbell on his life and work. Edited and with an introduction by Phil Corsino. Forward by Stuart L. Brown, Executive Editor. New York, Harper & Row, 1990. Campbell, Joseph and Henry Morton Robinson. A Skeleton Key to Finnegan's Wake, 1944. Campbell, Joseph. The Hero with 1,000 Faces. First edition, Bollingen Foundation, 1949. Second edition, Princeton University Press. Third edition, New World Library, 2008. Campbell, Joseph. Pathways to Bliss, Mythology and Personal Transformation. Edited by David Cudler. Novato, California, New World Library, 2004. Ford, Clyde W. The Hero with an African Face. New York, Bantam, 2000. Henderson, Mary. Star Wars, The Magic of Myth. Companion volume to the exhibition at the National Air and Space Museum of the Smithsonian Institution. New York, Bantam, 1997. Larson, Stephen and Robin Larson. Joseph Campbell, A Fire in the Mind. Rochester, Vermont, Inner Traditions, 2002. Manganero, Mark. Myth, Rhetoric, and the Voice of Authority, A Critique of Fraser, Eliot, Fry, and Campbell. New Haven, Yale, 1992. Moyers, Bill and Joseph Campbell. The Power of Myth. Anchor, Reissue Edition, 1991. ISBN 0-385-41886-8, Pearson, Carol and Catherine Pope. The Female Hero in American and British Literature. New York, R. Booker, 1981. Vogler, Christopher. The Writer's Journey, Mythic Structure for Writers. Studio City, California, Michael Wise Productions, 1998. External links, information on the 2008 third edition from the Joseph Campbell Foundation, Monomyth from UC Berkeley, The Archetype of the Hero's Journey from Web English Teacher, A Practical Guide to the Hero with 1,000 Faces at the Wayback Machine, The Hero Cycle as Seen in the Star Wars Saga, Star Wars Origins, Joseph Campbell, The Matrix, Joseph Campbell Monomyth on YouTube.